All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I, first of all, am Lindsay Winkler, and I have my friend Cassie with me. And we just want to say welcome to all of you who are new to our team. And maybe this is your first Zoom, maybe you're brand new and just joined the business today. And I'm really excited for you guys to hop on here. Tonight, Cassie and I are going to go over some of kind of just the big resources that we have in this on our team. We'll say some are company wide, some are things that we just do for our team that are going to help you be successful. So I have been a part of this business now for 8.5 years, which sounds totally insane because when I joined, I did not think I was going to be doing this for 8.5 years. I was a registered nurse. My husband was in the military. We were living away from family and we had a brand new baby. And honestly, when I started, I literally just wanted a couple $100s to help my husband with the bills. So I didn't have to go to work and leave my baby with, a daycare or with a babysitter that I didn't know. So I saw a friend from nursing school posting about this and I thought, okay, I don't know what the heck this is. I've never done anything like this before, but she's a real person. And I know she wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't legit. So it was enough for me to think I at least want to try. And I remember my husband was like, no way. And because at the time I was not working, so I didn't have like my own money to do this. And I was like, okay, I'm going to need $99 to do this. And he was like, no, this is totally a joke. There's no way this is real. You're going to waste your money. But something inside of me said, no, I'm going to try this. And so for whatever reason, he let me try it. And it has completely changed our lives, you guys. I've been doing this full time for 8.5 years. We have 3 kids now. My husband owns his own lawn care business. And I have just been able to like completely do so many things. We paid off debt. We have savings accounts for our kids. Those are the things I've done financially, but I have so much more confidence in myself and what I'm able to do. Before this business, I never would have done anything that everybody else wasn't doing. I never wanted to draw attention to myself. I wanted to stay in with the crowd, and just did what everyone else was doing. I wanted to do what was safe. I cared a lot about what other people thought of me. And this business has totally busted me out of my shell and taught me that what I want to do and what I believe is okay. And I should own that and be excited about it. So, I'm just really excited for you all. And really quick, before I hand it over to Cassie, I understand if you're brand new and maybe you're like, I don't even know what products we have. I'm really nervous about that. Guess what? I didn't either. But if I can do this, so can you. You're going to learn the products. You're going to figure out what products we have. Maybe you don't think you have a big support system. I didn't have that either. It took like my parents and my sister like a year to even become a customer from me because they thought it was like a joke. So some of my best friends aren't even customers or distributors with me. And I've done this for 8.5 years. So, we're going to share things with you tonight. They're going to help you. Even if you feel like you don't have a big network, you can still be successful, you guys. And, the things we're going to go over tonight are amazing resources. And it's crazy because 8.5 years ago, I don't think we had any of these resources that we're going to talk with you tonight. And I just am like, holy cow, if we would have had this stuff 8.5 years ago, I can't imagine. But with that being said, if I can go to Presidential Diamond without all of these resources, it just makes me so excited for what you guys can do with your businesses just starting out with all of these incredible resources. And my biggest tip before we get going into this is just take notes. Don't count anything out. Soak all this information in, jot stuff down because maybe we're going to try not to talk fast, but make notes. So that way, if anything afterwards, if you need to, you can go back to your enroller and say, hey, they were talking about some boards app thing. I heard them mention it, but I really don't know where to go get it. But just really have an open mind, be excited and know that we are going to share things with you that are going to help you be successful. So Cassie, I'm going to hand it over to you so I don't keep rambling for the rest of the Zoom. There you go.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Cassie LeDuc. I've been in this business for coming up on two years, coming up on 2. And I started this business when so Ali Antonacci was my upline, which is an ambassador on our team, whoever you're under is probably related to her in some form. But she had talked to me probably for 9.5 months, and I was like, sounds cool, but probably fake. And I just got to a point where we were so broke and so much in debt, that I was just like, well, I might as well try. And I literally texted her and I said, well, you're going to try to scam me out of any of my money. Joke's on you. I don't have any. And because I genuinely thought that it was like a scam, or it was just going to not work out, because, there's so much hate around MLMs and stuff like that. And so I joined, and it has pretty much changed our life. We've paid over $25,000 in debt so far. Also, we've bought a new car. Like, it allowed us to be able to just, do so many things. And it just has absolutely changed my life in so many more ways than just financially. Like, it is not just the money. And I think looking back, like, yeah, the money was so nice, but I would have never, like, if you asked me to get on this Zoom 2 years ago, I would have been like, pass. I'm going to pass on that. Like, I literally probably would have made my pants. And the friendships I've grown, like, I've been in 2 weddings that, like, and I have plans to be in, like, lifelong friends of people that I've met through It Works, like, have went and seen people on vacation, like, that I met in this business. And so it's just amazing how many friendships you build, and those are important. So really, I guess one of my tips for you is to make sure you find people, like, make sure you find people who aren't on your team. Like, eventually you're going to get to the point where people are going to join you. You're going to want a relationship with those people, but they can't also be, the person you can confide in all the time, because, it's just different. And so you really want to find those, we call it a sideline, like somebody who is with It Works, but not quite like affects your paycheck, that you really can just talk to about anything and everything. And they are just the best. And so just don't overthink this business. Just do the things, take the notes. And like Lindsay said, you're going to learn as you go. It's not going to be a click. You're not going to join and be like, oh my gosh, I know everything, unless you've been in marketing for 25 years and you just, you know what I mean? And there are some people who come from a background. So don't compare your story to theirs. Like, don't assume, well, she joined in the same time I did, and she's already, at this place. And it's going to happen. But you've got to understand those people came in with qualifications, like they had already been in marketing, or they had already done a different business. They kind of, you know what I mean? So, and you never know what kind of networks people have and stuff like that. So another tip I guess I have is just to really go at your pace and just focus on like what's ahead of you, and don't overthink like, oh, I'm going too fast, I'm going too slow, just do it. We are going to give you all the resources that you need, and so will your upline, and our team is amazing. It's like we literally hand you everything you could possibly need to do this business, so just use it. I know it took me a really long time to get on board with some of the processes, and I was like, no, I'm going to do my own way because I think this is better. And I learned really quickly that, it's working. What we recommend for you to do is like what works. We wouldn't tell you to do something that was going to fail, so yeah, I guess that's a little bit about me. I'm 20 years old. I have 2 babies. I've been married for 3 years. And I have a baby on the way. I am 9 weeks pregnant. So I'll have 3 under 3 before I turn 21. So I guess that's a little bit about me. I just love how like the dynamics of this business, like you can be any age, you can be at any stage of life. It doesn't matter. And you can be successful in this business. So I also wanted to give you just a little rundown on like the history of It Works, because it's important to know the company you're supporting, the company that you're being a representation of, so that you can be proud of that. We started in 2001 by a high school teacher and his wife. They started out with our signature skinny wraps and our skincare line. That's like all there was. And to this day, it is still family owned and operated. In 2005, we added in our nutritional products, and then we started getting more and more. And I think that's really when things started to build. In 2008, it expanded internationally, and we are now in 26 countries, which is awesome. 2009, we became debt free, and we are still debt free today. And why that is important, I just want to like pause, because there are a lot of inconsistencies in the economy, in the world, as we've seen in 2020 and 2021. Like anything can happen, but the awesome thing about it works is it's not going anywhere, because we own everything. We don't owe anybody. It's not like, oh, the debt collectors could come and take our warehouses or take whatever. You know, we own. I say we because we're all a part of it now. Like you are a part of this company, so we own everything. So there's no risk. You know what I mean? There's no risk that It Works will just disappear overnight. So that's really like comforting when you start to think about it. So in 2011, we relocated our corporate headquarters in Palmetto, Florida. We are currently closing in over $1 billion in revenue annually, and we continue to evolve our products to keep up with the newest science and research in nutrition and wellness constantly. I mean, literally constantly. Lindsay, I mean, you can attest, we come out with new products, it feels like every few months now. And it's just awesome, because it's like, you're going to go and find customers who are like, well, what about this thing? And you're like, dang, man, we don't have that. And then like a month later, they're like releasing a new product, and it's exactly what that person wanted. And you're like, see, they give us what we want. So that's really awesome. Lindsay, could you put this next part that I had to talk about in the chat? So there are some people you're really going to need to follow and keep up with. That's going to be Mark Pentecost, Cindy Pentecost, Cami Pentecost, Mike Patillo, and It Works HQ on Instagram. A lot of our announcements and release things come from these people. And obviously you're probably going to get them from your upline and in our group page and stuff like that, but you're going to want to be able to like see these things first. And, you know, just in case somebody misses things. And the It Works HQ on Instagram, they're amazing for like post ideas and stuff like that. Like you can look at their pictures and just be like, oh, that's a cool picture or whatever. Also, another thing about It Works, we give back through you guys, sorry. Oh, he like losing his binky. We give back through It Works Give Back, and we contribute. You can contribute monthly $1, $2, $5, or like straight from your commissions. Since starting a few years ago, we have donated over $9 million. We to fights childhood cancer, human trafficking, for veterans, and humanitarian aid in third world countries, which is really, really cool. It's amazing to be a part of a company that cares about. Sorry, my thing was telling me I'm raising my hand. So it's just really cool. And if you ever want to be a part of that, just ask your upline. It's super easy to figure out. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say about like our history.
Yeah, thank you guys. I just love that. I love that, you know, it's so funny because whenever, you know, we talk to people about It Works, people will be like, well, I don't know, is that, I've never heard of that before. Like this, you know, this must be some kind of scam or whatever. And I always like think it's so comforting to be able to tell people, no, like we've actually been around since 2001. You know, and so, and whenever we tell people that, they're like, oh, really? Like, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, like we went debt free in 2011. So I really think it's cool, like that we have those facts that we can share with people, because I feel like so many people, they really have not heard of us. And, you know, when they might be like, oh, is this something new, like a new startup type thing? It's like, no, you know, we've really been around for 20 years now. So one of the things I'm going to talk to you guys about next is our team page. So this is a private group on Facebook, and this is like seriously going to be one of the biggest resources that you all have. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit, and in just a second, I'll screen share it so you guys can see it. But the group is called 2021 Vision Casters. And this group is super special because it is run by 30 leaders on our team. So, I mean, how incredible is that? Because, not all of us are exactly intertwined. Allie and I are not on the same team, so Cassie and I are not. We are in a way we are, but like I am not on Allie's downline, and there's Amy Spence and Lauren Casmatis and Chantel, and we're all intertwined in some way, but we're not directly influencing each other's teams. And I really think that's something special, because the community that we have on our team, it's not all about, who's going to be benefiting me the most, who's on I'm going to help my team. Everybody wants to help each other win. And so this page that we have that you guys are going to be a part of, you're getting some of the best leaders in this company sharing with you their tips and the way that they're building their business. So this is just something really special. Let's see, I know I'm like talking way beyond what I'm supposed to. This group, it's only for active team members. Okay, so I'm going to show you in a second the group, how to join. There's going to be questions that you're going to have to answer before you get added into the group, because we want to make sure that you are a part of our team. There's going to be information in this group that you're going to be able to share with potential customers, potential distributors. But again, this group is only for active distributors. So this is not something that you're going to be able to add, your customers to, or people that you're talking to about products or the business. So it's something very exclusive, very special to be a part of. And really quick, I'm going to share with you guys that screen. Hopefully it will work with no issues. There we go. Here we are. So 2021 Vision Casters. So you should be able to, and I don't know if Teresa already did or if she will, because sometimes she's really on top of it, and she might even I don't know if you can put a link in there for it in the chat, but if not, you can search on your Facebook, this group here, 2021 Vision Casters. And it's going to look like this. And that's how it's going to bring up those questions for you to ask, or for you to answer, to be added into the group. And it's just like your name, distributor ID, your ambassador upline, which if you don't know who your ambassador upline is, talk to your enroller, because they're going to be able to give you the name of that person. Let's see really quick. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. This group has been on here, this group has been a group. I don't know how to say that in a way that doesn't sound like ridiculous, but it's a huge resource. So one of my favorite parts about these pages are, you are going to be able to, and I don't know if I'm like having a minute here to search the group. And Cassie, if you want to unmute yourself. Oh, right here. Duh. I don't know. I've only been doing this 8.5 years. So you guys, you're able to click that little magnifying glass, and you're going to be able to search anything in this group. So let's say, I don't know if something will come up. You can search the word wraps. It's going to bring up every post that we've had in here that's talked about wraps. So maybe you're wanting something that's going to be helping you with, host a post. You'll be able to search host a post. It's going to bring up every post that was in there about host a post. So this is a huge resource that I use, because if I have someone asking me, I think you saw, like I searched sugar, and maybe it was like, how much sugar is in something. I like search that, because I'm going to check here before I maybe go and ask my upline, or maybe go ask my chat. So that's one of the really great features about this group that we're going to be able to have. And you're going to be able to scroll. I could have probably showed you that first, but you're going to be able to scroll down. You're going to be able to see all these different posts, and the people are going to be asking different questions about the business, and you're going to be able to read their, the answers. You're going to be able to read the tips. There's flash contests. There's lots of different trainings in here. People are going to share tips about posting. So, I mean, you can spend so much time just scrolling through here and just getting tons of information. We post about trainings in this group. Some of the leaders sometimes will go live in this group. So it's just, there's always something to look at. There's never a shortage of, if you feel like you don't know what to do or you need help, you can post in here too and ask a question. And other leaders and other people on the team are going to help answer those questions for you. So make sure that if you have not yet, go to your Facebook and request to join this 2021 Vision Casters page. Really quick, we have these guides. So when you're on the page, there's guides. There's a couple different ones. First off is the boards app. We're going to talk about that a little more in depth in just a few minutes, but this is something you're going to want to get for your business. This is one of those resources we didn't have when I started. And I'm like, how did I even like make it this long without this? Because there's going to be tons of information in here, you guys, about like training, product information, post ideas, messages to send, and you can literally copy and paste them that our top leaders on our team are using that we get to have access to. So on this guide 1 here, it's going to talk about how to install the app and then how to use it. There's also going to be this link here, this VisionCasters Vault link, that once you download the Boards app, you'll be able to click that and it's going to let you have access to our top leaders' messages and post ideas. Okay, so guide 1, make sure you're writing that down. Boards app, guide 1. The other thing you're going to want to make sure that you pay attention to once you get into the VisionCasters page is guide 2. So here on guide 2, there's going to be some videos about some different topics. And guys, I'm not telling you all you have to get off here tonight and come on here and sit on the computer and go through all this, watch all these videos. It's also like the craziest week ever, but make notes of these. And these are things that you can do while you're in the car, riding into work, listening to these while you're doing the dishes, and, you know, listening while you're in the shower, listening. Start thinking about times that, okay, when would I listen to the radio, or when do I sit here and listen to silence that I can listen to these things? But just take time here and there through your schedule to start checking these things out. But there's one about what to post, doing host to post. This is something that's going to totally change your business, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. This is something, you know, in a roll-a-thon they did just to help sign customers and distributors. Working Instagram, how to write your story, sharing with your friends, sharing with your network, your audience, what you're doing, why you're doing it, how it's going. Okay, so all of these things, there's other guides in there, but those are the only 2 that I'm going to mention tonight. So really tonight, make it a goal to get into this VisionCasters page, download that Boards app, and I want you to make it a note that you want to check out guide 1 and guide 2. Let me just see really quick. I think I've done all that. Okay, so I'm going to stop screen sharing and I'm going to turn it back over to Cassie, who now has a partner with her.
Yes, I do. This is Mr. Callan. He's gonna tell you all about the biz. No, I'm just kidding. I think the fact that I have a baby right now proves that, like, when I first joined, I thought like I'm not gonna have any time for that. And I only had 1 kid at the time, and I was like, I have no time. Nobody's ever gonna buy for me. Like, I had so many doubts that you probably all had. Because I feel like everybody does. I mean, in different ways, but everybody's like, I don't know if this will fit in my schedule. I don't know if anybody will buy from me. What if it doesn't pan out? And so just really quickly wanted to reassure you that we've all thought that. I forgot to add that in my first part. But anyways, I digress. I wanted to talk to you guys about our texting service. So this is so important because it's going to be an automated text that one of our team leaders send out once or twice a day. Trust me, you're not going to be like overloaded with text all the time. But it's just a quick reminder of things that are going on throughout that day. So like if we have a promotion going on, they're like, hey, here's what we're doing for today, or certain Zooms, like everyone who was a part of that got one tonight that was like, hey, there's a new distributor training Zoom. So like, it's a good reminder because I know we're all busy. We all have life. And I'm going to put that number in here real quick. 1 second.
I can do that if you want. I can put the number in there for you.
I already had it copy and pasted.
So did I. Look at us
do it,
being all
yeah.
prepared. Okay.
I'm trying.
I'm really proud of both of us for doing that.
You're going to text that, and I want everyone on this Zoom to pull out your phone and do this. And I want you to send, pull up text message and grab the number from the chat and text the word join. No exclamation points, no nothing. Yes, Teresa put it in there, just join. And that's going to instantly welcome you into getting the messages, but it's going to keep you in the loop. It's going to make sure you don't miss any opportunities that could really help you. So you're going to want to do that. And if you ever want to stop it, just like any of those chain things, you can just text stop and it stops. Although, it's really helpful. it's an amazing resource, especially when you're busy and you're just like, oh yeah, I want to go to that Zoom, and then you completely forget about it, and you get a text and it's like, hey, 30-minute reminder, and you're like, hey, so I think I'm gonna let you talk about our apps.
All righty. Yes, I can do that. Okay. So two of the really cool things that we also have access to are a couple different apps. So you're going to hear about a lot of apps that you can download, and honestly, most of them are pretty helpful. But one of them that we have is called the It Works Connect app. And whenever you go into the It Works Connect app, and I'll put the names of these in there. Oh, Cassie's got it. Thank
Gotcha.
you. It's so nice to have people on here to help, because if I had to type all this, I would be like so slow. On the It Works Connect app, you guys, it's going to have on here where you're going to get new, like important announcements that have been made. You're going to have news about any changes that are coming. You're going to have product information. They're going to remind you about corporate trainings on this Connect app. So I know Cassie put it in the chat. It's literally It Works Connect. That is what the app is called. So just go to the App Store on your phone and you can download it. It's a free app, and it'll have you log in with your distributor ID and just the password that you use to log into your distributor account. So you don't have to make any different login information or anything like that. But you also, on this app, you're going to be able to send your customers a link. So something super cool. You can't say you have someone interested in the gummies. You can go over here and click My Shopping List. You can add a bottle of gummies into that, and it's going to give you a link. You can send that link to that person in a text message, and they're going to be able to click that link, and it's already going to have the gummies in the cart for them. All they have to do is put in their information. So it's just something super perfect, because it takes away that, okay, go to the site and figure this out, do that, and maybe it's an older person. I shouldn't even say that, because maybe some of you are older, but maybe you're not technology is not your best friend, and you're just like, I really don't feel like I want to order, but I don't really like the internet, and I have a really hard time. You can be like, hey, guess what? I can just send you this link really quick, and you're gonna be able to click it. It's already gonna have the product in there for you. You put on your information, and we'll have you all set. So it's just something really nice. That's one of the favorite things I like. There's also before and after pictures in there, corporate approved before and after pictures. So that's something really nice. You can also sign up customers and distributors on the app. It's kind of like that one-stop shop for a little bit of everything that you need. And there's also like scripts in there. The corporate puts on their messages for following up with people, for letting people know about special promotions we have happening. So It Works Connect, get that app. It's going to be super, super helpful. The other one that we have is the It Works Sampling app. So everybody, whenever they join this business, you guys got 5 Skinny Brew sampler packs with your kit. So what you can do is you can actually, and you can even do this on the Connect app, but you're going to be able to go on, and you can do this in the sampling app, or you can do it on the Connect app. But if you're in your Connect app, we're just going to do that really quick, just for the sake of, that's what I'm on, and it'll be really fast. If you click the plus sign at the bottom, you're going to have a menu pop up, and it's going to give you the option to hit send a sample. You can send a sample, and you're going to be able to put in, I want you guys to do this. If you have not tried the Skinny Brew yet, put in your information, put your name in, your address. I think it's an email and a phone number. Get yourself a Skinny Brew sampler sent to you. Okay. And it's going to be a 3-day supply. Something that you can do is you can sell those Skinny Brew samplers. I sell those 3-day packs for $20. But what's really cool is that you can have the person Venmo you, PayPal you, whatever you want to do. Once they do that, you go onto this app, plug in their information, and the company's going to send it directly to them. So you don't have to worry about getting it and then sending it out to them. You don't have to worry about getting to the post office, because like right now it's super crazy, and it's going to take like, first of all, a million years to get through the line to even go mail it. And then I feel like the post office is moving super slow with the holidays. So then you're like, well, gosh, it's probably going to be like a week and a half before they get it. Like you put in their information, company sends it directly to them. And I wish I had one with me, but the packaging that it comes in is super cute too. And it's like a little like booklet. So those are super cute. So make sure that you guys download the It Works Connect and the It Works Sample app. Let me make sure. Something to remember is those samples do expire 60 days after you enroll. So kind of make note of that. Because if you have to, they're already yours. Like they came with your kit. So if you have to, send them to yourself and then use them or send them out or give them out to people. Oh, look, Cassie's got one of the sampler pack. So that's what they're gonna get, is that little booklet, and it opens up and it has like the 3 packets of coffee in there. And I think there's like a before and after picture. It also tells them they have the option to be a customer or be a distributor. And so that's like, it's already like they're helping you get the word out. And guess what? The person that bought that sample from you is going to be able to ask you more about that. So Cassie's got it open right there. So you guys can see it talks about the coffee. It gives information and they get those little packets. So that's something super cute. And that's what those Skinny Brew samplers are. Okay, Cassie, I think we're next on to you with just a few of the other quick little resources that we have. But you're muted, so don't start talking too much.
Thank you. See, it did that and it told me I was muted and then like took off my video and everything. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Sorry, give me a second. I hope this is working. Is that working? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. So one thing you can definitely use is you're going to go to Google or Safari or whatever you use, and you're going to type in myitworksproductcoach.com. This is going to be sweetheart. Amazing for if you have questions about products and you're like, well, what does this do? How often can you use it? Like, for instance, it has defining gel already pulled up because it was probably the last thing that I was searching, but you can do anything. Hair, skin, nails. I mean, you can type in like Skinny Brew, and it has pre-made questions that it already has answered for you. So is it vegan? When and how should I drink it? How often? Does it contain gluten? Things like that. And it's going to be really awesome to just be able to answer questions that your people are going to have. I know I get random questions all the time that I'm like, I have no idea what the answer to that is. And sometimes you're not going to find it here and you're going to have to ask somebody, but this is going to cover a lot of your bases. And it has every single product on it. So that is just a quick one.
Well, and I was going to say really quick, if I can interrupt you, my favorite thing about the product coach is if you go all the way down to the bottom, the general tab at the bottom, because down there it talks about like the caffeine what products have caffeine, which ones have gluten, and the soy. And I feel like those are questions that people always like ask is like, well, does this product have soy in it? And so that's like, I feel like the tab that I use like the most about is the general tab.
Absolutely.
So.
Definitely agree with you. She's so right. So that I'm so glad you chimed in. Thank you. So that's where you're going to go for questions on stuff. The second thing, another thing that you definitely want to go to is Pinterest. So there are going to be a lot of times you need to look up something for a post, or you want a picture of coffee or Skinny Brew or something, and you don't have the time to go and make one, and you want to make it aesthetically pleasing or whatever, or if you possibly need a before and after result, you can go to It Works. I believe it's this one. Yes. Sorry, guys. You're gonna go here. I don't know why it says I'm not. Oh, it's because my iPad has a different account. But you're gonna go here, and it's gonna have all of these different wait, hold on. Sorry. All of these different pictures and just little like this. This would be an awesome way to put on your story after you were posting about coffee, or you know what I mean? So there are so many pictures here. You can also find result photos. So I want to talk about result photos for a second. These are amazing because when somebody sees this or something like it, they're like, holy crap, I want that for myself. You know what I mean? They instantly are like, wow, that actually looks like it really truly works. The only thing is that they must be corporate approved, meaning they have this it works symbol at the bottom and they have this whole product use, time span, XYZ. What happens when we send in before and after results, after pictures, we send them into corporate. They make sure it's not Photoshopped. They make sure you look the same. They make sure it's the same person. They make sure you are wearing relatively the same clothes so that you can see a difference and things like that, so that it keeps the validity of our result photos real, because nobody wants to see a Photoshop picture. You know, because I've definitely seen those on Facebook before. Not bashing anybody, but I've definitely seen them, you know, and it's like, really, if you have to Photoshop it, probably doesn't work. So things like that, they just make sure that everything is corporate approved and like right. So you want to make sure that stays there. And I know it's the same thing with anytime we're posting about money and making sure we put our IDS statement, which I don't know if we talk about later, but it's not super important right now in this Pinterest part. But it's just important to keep the company protected and make sure that it's, you know, everything is by the book and right, because it's super important. So anyways, you can find those there. Make sure they're corporate approved if you post them. But I love posting these because I always get tons of comments, and I always get tons of stuff to use for my stories, to use for Facebook posts, or just ideas like this. I mean, this is gorgeous. All of it. It's just all so aesthetically pleasing. So definitely go on here and just kind of scroll or look around, because it's going to help you out when you're feeling a little lost. I think I'm going to hand that over to you, Lindsay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the things too with the corporate approved pictures that, like, you know, Cassie kind of touched on it, but it just makes sure that our products are getting the credit that they deserve, you know, because I know back in the day, corporate approved pictures weren't a big thing, and someone would post something, you know, maybe even from another company, and someone would be like, hey, like, this is my before and after picture. Like, I did not use those products. But by having these corporate approved pictures, it has the It Works logo on that. It has the products that we use. So there's going to be no question about the products they're using, how long they use them, and what company they're with. And, you know, there's no questioning the validity of those before and after pictures. So I just think that's like great, because like Cassie said, you know, it's protecting us. It's protecting what we have here and making sure that, you know, like I said, we're getting the credit that our products deserve. So really quick, and I promise you guys, we're getting close to being done. I know we're sharing lots of information, but we feel that these things are super important as you're getting started. One of the things that I want to talk about really quick is, you know, starting out your business. One of the best ways to build that confidence and credibility is to be a product of the product. And now with the kits that they offer now, it's even easier than before to do that, because you're going to get a ton of product in your kit. If you're someone, maybe you just are brand new and you're like, I don't even have my kit yet, I don't even know what I'm getting. You're going to get, you know, the bottle of the Slimming Gummies, bottle of Thermophyte XX, those bags of coffee, as well as those Skinny Brew samplers. Guess what? That's all your product. That, sure, you can sell it and make some of your money back, but why not use that product? Try those products out yourself, because like, and I can tell you guys, you know, when I started, I did not try the products before I joined. And I'm sure, like, I know whenever I joined, I think they give wraps with the kit, but you can still be sharing about the products before you get your own. So don't feel like you have to wait for your kit to come to start making posts and letting people know what we have. Because again, that's why we have these corporate approved before and after pictures. That's why we have the Boards app that has post ideas, so you can share those. But there really is something to being able to say, wow, I just took my first sip of this Skinny Brew and it is amazing. Because people are going to be able to say, okay, I want to know what you think of it. And you're going to be able to say, oh, wow, I love the taste. I love how it made me feel. It was super quick to make. The Slimming Gummies, people like go nuts over those. They're going to be able to ask you, well, how do they taste? Are they really good? Are they hard to like Some people are like, I have a texture thing. No, they're so good. They're super smooth and they chew so well. You're going to be able to share your own personal testimony, and your friends, your family, a lot of your network that you have when you start out, they are going to be looking to you. They do trust you. So they want to hear your personal opinion. So really, make it a goal, even if you can't use all of the products that you get, pick at least one to be using so that you are, or at least try, so that you can really put out there and say, this is what I thought of the taste. This is how easy it was to make. Let's see. So even like I would say choose a couple, one or two right now that you want to commit to using for the next 2-3 months, and tell yourself like, I want to do like my own 90-day challenge. This is the product that I want to use, and really be consistent. Make sure that you track your progress, take a before and after picture, really think about how you feel, like your appetite, what's your energy like over those 90 days. So that way you can have at the end of that 90 days, you can share your own story, your journey that you've had so far. I'm just making sure that I'm not missing anything in here. One of the last things I want to talk about really quick, and then I'll hand it back over to Cassie. We do have the option to run our ADBV auto ship every month. And what that's going to do is, by having that ADBV auto ship, it's going to make sure that we're commission qualified each month. We're able to collect that paycheck that we are working so hard for. But it's also going to make sure that we're getting some products each month that we want to try, that we want to use ourselves. Now, this is not something that is mandatory. You do not have to be doing that. However, it is strongly encouraged. I think I've ran my auto ship ever since I joined, even when I was broker than a freaking joke, because I knew that if I was using these products myself, or at least some of them, not all of them, because that's just not what I want to do. And I mean, I understand we can't all afford that, but I picked something and I was like, I'm going to use this every month, because I know that if I can share what I think about a product, other people are going to want to be curious too. They're going to want to know about it. So I really encourage you guys to look into setting up your ADBV auto ship. You're going to get great discounts on products. You're going to make sure that each month you're able to collect that paycheck you're working for. Again, that's why we did this business, because we want to make extra money, right? So we want to make sure that we are able to get that paycheck that we are working for. And like I said, I remember when I was new and I was running my auto ship and I started getting those products, and I was able to put a picture out there and say, holy cow, I just tried my wrap for the first time. I love how it feels on my skin. I was able to, and even if I don't want to put a picture of my belly on Facebook, taking a picture of the bottle in your hand of the Slimming Gummies. If you guys got your product, your kit now, I encourage you, if you have not done it yet, tomorrow, take a picture with at least one of the products in there and be like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try this. Even if you can hold them all, you got them here and you're just like, oh my gosh, look what I just got. My kit just came. I am so excited. Just something like that, showing people that you have these products in your hands is going to make them excited. It's going to allow them to trust you a little bit. And it really sounds crazy. And I think maybe they'll get into this in a second, maybe not, but I'll just say this really quick, because I feel like it helps me a lot even now. But when you have there's just something about when you post your face with the product, for whatever reason, it makes people want to ask questions even more, because you know what I mean? Versus if you just had the product in your hand and took a picture of just the product. But when it's your face, they're like, okay, that's Lindsay. I know her. There she is holding it. So this is all real. She's not just making all this stuff up when she's talking about this, and people are it just makes them feel okay, I have a connection now. So, okay, she really is taking that product. So just think about that. And that's why I say post that you got your kit, be excited about it. Say you're excited to try these products, because you're going to have people that are going to be like, well, what the heck is that? Or, oh, well, tell me what you think of the gummies or whatever. So, Cassie, I'm going to be quiet now, and now it's your turn. I could talk literally you guys forever about all these things because I love it so much.
You are totally fine. Excitement is the best thing. It's going to be your absolute best friend. Just being excited about this business, honestly, just stay excited, make that your goal, to stay excited, even if you're literally have no idea what you're doing, because there's something we call ignorance on fire. And it is not trying to call you dumb or anything. It's just genuinely you don't know what you're doing yet, but you can be fired up and ready to go, and just make it. Like you can just do it. So I'm going to dive in real quick about the single most important thing you can do for your business. Like this is applicable things you're going to want to be doing every single day to make sure that you are getting new leads, finding new customers, growing your network. I think something that we used to do all the time was, they did home parties. You invite people to your home and whatever. And so that's not really the norm anymore. Some people still do it because that's just the way that they roll. But now a lot of people don't want to do that, which I'm one of those people. Like if I had to bring people over to my house all the time, first of all, my house isn't clean ever. It's clean from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's it. And so, it's just one of those things where we have something we do called host a post, or you're going to see it hyphened a lot or abbreviated a lot for HAP. And we call them HAPs. So basically a HAP is just going to help you grow your network, and it's going to help you generate leads. This isn't to just get customers as a transaction though. I will say, yes, it's going to help you get customers, but very rarely will someone do a host of posts for you and be like, yes, I'm going to buy this second. It's the point is to find these people, get them to your page. And then that's when your posting starts to come into play. If you're posting the way that you're supposed to be and as frequent and about the stuff, the second you follow somebody, you cannot tell me you don't click on their profile and you're like, I'm going to scroll for a second. Cause I know I do that. I know I do a little scroll roll. I'm like, who are you? Do I want to know you? And so that's what people are going to be doing. They're going to come to your page just like it's a business front. So host a post is to bring them there and to create a relationship with these people. I love host a post because I'm going to be honest, cold messaging is not my thing. I don't teach it to my team. I don't really do it. Warm messaging, once you know somebody, yeah, absolutely. But just texting some random stranger, that you've never talked to or like you just added has never really worked for me. But host a post, on the other hand, they're obviously interested in something. So I'm going to give you a little bit of like how that works before I talk about it anymore so that you kind of understand. So I'm going to show you my page in a minute, but first, so you're brand new to host a post. You go to your page. Sorry, it was being weird. You're going to go to your Facebook and you're going to put up a bait post, something we call a bait post. And I'm going to show you what that is in a second. But basically you're talking about the giveaway we're doing that month. Like, tell me your favorite ice cream for a chance to win $1,000 cash on 12/1. Oh gosh. And if you ever don't know what the giveaway is, you can find that in our Vision Casters page. It's usually pinned to the top. But you're going to put up this bait post, and then people are going to comment on that post, like their favorite ice cream, like chocolate mint or chocolate, whatever it is. And you're going to message them. These messages are all made for you already. So you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to be like, I don't know what to say to these people. There is that boards app that Lindsay was talking about earlier that you can find in Vision Casters. It has a tab that talks about host a post so that it walks you through the entire conversation, so that you don't have to think about it. And then you're gonna message them basically, hey, I saw your comment. I'm not going super in depth about the messages because I know you're going to go find them in the tabs, but here's the gist. You're going to be like, hey, I saw your comment on my post. Would you like an entry to the giveaway? They say yes. You say, okay, cool. Can you do a quick post for me on your page? And you have them put up a post on their page about a product or maybe sharing the giveaway. Every leader does it differently. So it really just kind of, you find your own groove. I personally only do giveaway posts. I only have people do giveaway posts because every single person at the end of our conversation, I ask them about products and stuff. But they are going to post to their page, and then that allows you to tap into their network. Then all of a sudden their friends are commenting because they're like, well, obviously they trust their friend. So if their friend is tagging you and all those things. Like if they're tagging you in something, they're like, oh, well, I trust my friends, they must know this person, XYZ. And so maybe they're interested in the product and they're commenting, and suddenly you have people adding you and growing your network, clicking on your page, scrolling. Maybe they're like, oh, this girl's kind of cool, I want to add her. And so then you're building that network. So then of course you would comment on those people's comments. Hey, add me, message me, giveaway, or I'll message you about the product depending on what the post was. And then you message them and add them. And so it's literally how in January of this year, I had 1,200 friends after a year in the business. And today I have 3,964. And I have like 1,400 people who just follow me. And that was huge because I did all of that in a 2-month span where I said, I'm going to do 20 Hostapos every single day, which that was a lot of Hostapos. And so, but it helps. It helped. And now when I post things, like my team is like, well, now when you post a giveaway post, you get like 200 comments. And they're like, well, I only get 5. I'm like, oh, trust me. I started out at getting 5. But then those 4 people out of the 5 that maybe posted for me, all their friends added me, so it just starts to really grow and build your network that way. I'm going to share my screen again, maybe. Having to start. One thing I wanted to say really quickly, sorry, is that regardless of whether or not so some people will, when somebody says, oh, hey, I want to enter your giveaway, some people will be like, okay, well, 4 people I'm going to give a product post, 2 people I'm going to give a giveaway post, and 3 other people I'm going to give like a join my team post. Maybe they divide it up like that. Something I will say that has helped me, no matter what post you have them do, I personally have everybody do giveaway. And if any of you want to follow me and ask me why, or I'll send you a video on it or whatever, but something regardless of whether what they post for you, I'd say at the end, I make a message that says, thank you so much for posting. The drawing is live on my page on whatever day that it is. And I tell them that I'm getting them entered right away. And then I say, do you need any help with your health and fit? Or I think I have like weight loss, skincare, hair growth, or financial, or like extra income. Sorry, I'm like trying to think of what my text says because I use my my text replacement so much. But that's where like a lot of those people, it starts those conversations. And again, it's not a transaction. I don't send that message and they're like, sure, here's my money. It could, it could take time for them to like really trust me and want to have that relationship and buy from me or join my team, but definitely builds relationships. So okay, sorry. I got on a little tangent there. I'm gonna share my page. Hold on, buddy. He is getting hungry, so. All right, can you see that? Perfect. All right, I'm gonna go to Facebook and I am gonna go to my page, my profile. Okay, well, obviously I did the 2 of those posts in a row. Here's one. So this is an idea of a Hostapos big post. I'm helping one more family pay off Christmas this month. Tell me what time you're seeing this for a chance to win. And then I have 139 comments. Some of them I haven't even gotten to yet. And I've been using this same post all week. So I'll show you really quickly. Some of these comments are me because I'm like, hey, messaging you back. But let's just say like this person. She commented on this. We had never talked before, I don't believe. I messaged her. This might pull up, might not. Oops. Here, I'm just gonna search her out. I said, hey, I saw your comment on the post. She said, what do I have to do? I said, it's super simple to complete your entry. And then she actually ended up ignoring me. And then she commented again. So then I said, hey, first off, happy holidays. Secondly, I saw your comment on my post. Would you like an entry to this month's giveaway? She said, what does it contain? I said, it's really simple. Told her what she needed to do. She said, of course. She posted for me. And then I said, thank you for posting. I really hope you win. Before I go, are you needing to upgrade your health in any way? Weight loss, better eating, hair growth, skincare, or extra income? And then we started a conversation. Like that was just the beginning of like doing that. And then she actually posted for me. So for instance, hopefully she still has it up, but I go to my saved, and I save all of the people who do host to post for me in a folder. I don't know if she has it up anymore. I don't know if it's not showing names, but any of these people you can click on and see like they posted on their page, and I can go to the comments, and these are all people that added to my network 4 days ago, and all people that I, talked to about the giveaway. So that's kind of an idea of like what it looks like just really quickly to do a host a post. And you can see like I haven't posted another bait post since then because I haven't needed to, because there's still tons of comments I haven't even gotten to on this one. And I probably won't post a new one until I completely finish answering all of these comments. But don't feel bad if when you put one up, you don't get 100 comments. That's probably not going to happen unless you already have a network of 4,000 friends. That's 2 years of me building. So I don't want you to look at that and compare yourself when you're like, I got 2 comments. Text those 2 people and be like, hey, and another thing you can do is like green light message. And there are lots of other ways to get people to post for you. Hold on, I'm finding my way back. But it's just, I can't even express how important host to post is. I feel like you get that free the first month. After your first month, we all pitch in. Usually it's like $5. That's how we do the giveaways. That's why they're legit. That's why we are able to do them. It's not like there's some magical person paying out thousands of dollars. We all pitch in $5, and if 100 people pitch in $5, there's $500. And so that is super important to make sure, because it would really stink if like you entered all your people in, but you didn't pay to pay in, and then one of your people win, and then you don't get it because you have to tell your person like, hey, I didn't pay $5, so you won't get your prize or whatever. So you really don't want to be in that position, but you don't have to worry about that if this is your first month. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure yes, all of the posts and scripts that you would even possibly need are in VisionCasters, as well as a more in-depth explanation of host to post, because my 10-minute, which wasn't supposed to be 10 minutes, but my 10-minute thing, can't really do it all justice. So that's probably it. Sorry, I went a little over there. But I'll hand it back
No,
to
you're
you.
totally fine. Okay, you guys, I super promise that we are almost done. I'm going to try to fly through this because now we're already like over the time we were shooting for. And I don't really know how well this is going to go, because I was going to share what I want to talk about really quick is just boards. A few more minutes. I know I showed you guys in VisionCasters the guide. However, I was trying a minute ago to share my screen the last time, and I had to like do a download to share it. So I don't know.
Do you need me to do it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you share it and I'll talk? Because my
Yep.
thing, it says it's downloading one item and it has about 185 minutes left, is literally what it says. I'm like, how is it?
Yeah,
even
I'll
real?
share my screen. It'll be weird, but you can.
Yeah, because I just want to point a few things out. So this is the boards app, you guys. So I showed you that in guide 1. It's literally just BOARDS. That's spelled like it sounds. And this is seriously an app you're going to want to get your hands on, because it is going to be super helpful. I'm just going to walk you through a few of the main spots really quick, and then we are going to close it out. So this is just the last thing. So if you guys can bear with me for just a few more minutes, I appreciate it so much that you guys got on here with us tonight. And hopefully this information has been helpful to you and you feel like you've got a little bit more of a handle on what you're going to do next. Okay, so this is the boards app. So say you've got the boards app downloaded and oh, I see what I want to talk about. Okay, great. You got the boards app downloaded. You click that VisionCasters Vault link. So when you go in, you're not going to have all that extra stuff. You're just going to click on the VisionCasters Vault. So as you guys can see here, there's going to be a tab that's going to talk about host to post, the HAP that Cassie just went over. It's going to have post ideas in there. It's going to have messaging. It's going to have ways that you can ask people about doing the post for you. Look, there's these trainings that we have through YouTube that you get to watch. It's going to explain it more in depth to you, what to post, what to say when somebody comments. Like this is literally foolproof, you guys. And you guys, this is the best part. You literally get to copy and paste these messages and use them. So if you want to be successful in this business, there is no reason you cannot. You don't even have to come up with your own wording. Our top leaders that are extremely successful have already done that here for you. One of the other things, if we can go back real quick, Cassie, I want to show everybody. Thank you, Vanna. But, you know, posting 101, there's going to be things in there about posting, what's important to post about. It's going to walk you through different, I mean, there's so many, I think it's like 30 days of post in there. It's going to talk about doing interaction posts, inspirational posts, using hashtags. Again, like you don't have to look at this all night, but I really encourage you guys to kind of get in here and look around. And then if she goes over one more thing, there was other something I wanted to show you, go over again. Thank you. There's the 23 days of posting, new distributor training on there as well. So you can see, you can click on a day one, it's going to give you an opportunity post. You can just tweak it, change the date and post that on your page. So again, there's no reason that you guys can say, I don't know what I should post. I don't know what I should say, because there's going to be posts and there's going to be messages. There's messages here for team, or there's something here for team trainings. There's product info. So I get a lot of people that ask, well, where can I learn more about the products? If you clicked on that product info tab, it's going to have every product we have and you can click on it. Let's say, for example, you're going to click on Lash and Brow. You can click on that and it's going to give you a product description, not just for yourself, like of what you would send to somebody else if they ask what that is, but it's also a way for you just to kind of familiarize yourself with the products. Okay. So maybe you're just like curious of like, what all do we have? Go in here, but we're going to have information about the product, what you're going to say for the price, what you're going to be able to say if they say they want to order. You know, literally it's going to walk you through. There's a few little product pictures that you can use. So you guys, like if you do not have the boards app yet, please get it, because it's going to be a resource that you're going to love to have. And I know it sometimes you'll see other people saying, oh, there's a board for this now, where it's maybe special that we have and things like that. There's like what to say if someone asks if we're FDA approved, how to, you know, follow up. Maybe you want to reach out to someone and ask them about the business, ask them if there's anything that, you know, they've seen that they'd be interested in. So just be sure to download the Boards app. And again, there's the guide one in VisionCasters Vault page on or the 2021 VisionCasters page in Facebook. That's going to help you how to download it and how to get access to this. I think that's all I got on that. Cassie, thank you. I think the only thing we have to do really quick for all of our rock stars that hung around with us is just a quick little recap, which I've already copy and pasted it or copied it. And I can share that in the chat of, if you guys want to, you can have that. Hopefully it's what I wanted it to be. So just Cassie, you're muted still.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you guys so much for just like showing up and putting in the work. And, you know, you just joined, most of you. So just thank you for being here and stay excited because you've got this. And I also wanted to remind them that at 9, which I know we're a little bit over, every Sunday night, our CEO goes live for a weekly family call. So hop on over to like Mark Pentecost page, which is one of those people we put in there, and they'll be on a live talking about updates and everything that's going on. They're super important to be at.
Yeah.
So,
and I love that they do those every Sunday night at 9 o'clock. So we're gonna get ready and hop on that. You guys in the chat really quick. I did just put in there, your little checklist for tonight, maybe the next couple days. Make sure you're getting in that 2021 Vision Casters team page. Go into the guide 1 to download the boards app. Guide 2 to work on watching and listening to some of those training videos. Sign up for the text reminders. Do your auto ship, get yourself on some products that you want to use so you can share your testimony and your results. Make sure you're reading through the host to post giveaway this month. It's pinned to the top of the page in Vision Caster. So once you get in there, you can read that. And, just be confident, you guys. Have it fun, be excited, and be uncomfortable, being comfortable being uncomfortable. And here's the thing. We're all uncomfortable when we start this, especially if it's something new. But the more that you do this, the more that you familiarize yourself with it, the more comfortable you're going to get. I sure as heck did not start this business out as a professional at this type of thing. I still am not a professional. I can tell you, I would message people and like throw my phone across the room because I'd be like, oh my God, I don't know what they're going to say. But I have grown to become comfortable doing this and confident and excited because I've been doing it for so long. So just give yourself some grace, allow yourself to be new, remind yourself, this is like a training period with any job you have. You don't go into any job and be expected to know everything. No one here expects you to come into this knowing everything, but you need to be excited and willing to learn and give it the best effort you can, and you're going to be successful. So again, thank you so much, everyone, for getting on here tonight. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to share this recording in the Vision Casters page. So once you're in there, you can go back and rewatch this. Feel free to reach out to Cassie or myself if you have questions about anything we talked about tonight. And we hope you guys have a good Christmas and have a great week. And we are so excited for you guys. Have a good night. Bye.